Hello guys and welcome to Cappadocia. Cappadocia has been a dream. It is a dream for many people to come and do the hot air ballooning here. However, our dream turned into kind of a nightmare. But we managed to find ways around it and still made sure that we had a great time here. So, if you're wondering what in the hell went on here, then definitely keep watching. To get to Cappadocia, we got on a night bus from Istanbul. We booked through Flixbus with Camil Koç and chose the station closest to the city center. This station is huge, so make sure that the Uber drops you off here. We had to take a bus that arrived after 11 a.m. because the earlier one was sold out about a week before. But we got to enjoy these amazing views instead. We passed by Uchisar Castle and saw this stunning landscape for the first time. Make sure to take the bus to the city Göreme, because this is the center of Cappadocia. It was only a short walk to the Antique Terrace Hotel. Welcome to our cave suite. We have a double bed, so I'll be laying still. There we go, nice bathroom. Out the door. Wow. The views and location of this hotel were just perfect. We headed into town to grab some lunch on a rooftop overlooking the city. We then browsed the shops for a bit before having a much-needed siesta, which made us unfortunately miss the sunset at the viewpoint. We headed back into town for dinner, and after looking at a few options, we went for Göreme restaurant. This is undoubtedly the best restaurant in the city. The vibe was amazing, the food is super authentic and delicious, and we ended the day with some tea by the fire. Absolute perfection. The staff is so nice here. On our way home, we stopped by a store because we wanted to try these lemonades and we got hooked. Good morning guys, it's 5 a.m. We are being picked up for our balloon flight now, but it is raining, so I'm really scared it's not going to happen. We got ready. We went outside to wait for our pickup, but it's raining. So they canceled all the balloon flights. Luckily, we have another day to come, so hopefully we can do it tomorrow. Usually they do another slot after the first hot air balloons that were booked for that day. Hopefully we can still do the sunrise tour, otherwise it's a bit later. But yeah, now we just have to go back to bed until 8 a.m. and then we'll have breakfast. But yeah, really gutted. We had a lay-in and headed to the top terrace for a super elaborate included breakfast. Safe to say the second start to our day was much better than the first. The views from up here must be some of the best in the area. We decided to just continue our day and make the most of it, starting with going to the open-air museum of Göreme. We walked for about 20 minutes to the entrance of the museum. The walk there was amazing and we saw a lot of beautiful scenery already. Since the hot air balloon didn't go through this morning, we have now walked all the way to Göreme open-air museum. It is 20 euros to enter, but there are beautiful churches with such clear, bright frescoes on the walls. So we are going to have a look around here instead of doing the 25 or the 75 euro red tour. So we are just going to see what we can do by ourselves. And tonight then we are going on the ATV tour for sunset. So it should still be a great day. And let's see if tomorrow, hopefully we can still do the hot air balloon, but the weather isn't looking too promising. But we'll see. Fingers crossed. You might be wondering why churches. Isn't Turkey a Muslim country? Well, people have been living in the area as far back as the 7th or 8th century, because the Catholic people had fled to the region to escape from the Islamic rule in underground cities around Cappadocia. Today you can find both Christian and Muslim locals. Right, so we have paid 20 euros to enter the Göreme Open Air Museum, and there are a lot of different caves that you can go into, some churches as well. Some are more bright than others or more painted than others, but there is one painted church at the entrance that you don't have to pay for, and behind us right there is the dark church, and apparently it's even more beautiful because less light enters, but it's an extra 6 euros when
this is probably why you would come here. And this is the case in so many places in Turkey, like the Topkapi Palace as well. You need to pay extra to see the harem. And it's like, then why do you pay entrance if you need to pay an extra fee for the thing that you came here to see? So that's just so annoying. So we're not going to do that. We think it's going to be the same going off of the pictures as the other blue painted churches. So we're just going to skip it and do some more walking around the beautiful scenery.
Lastly, we spotted the Last Supper, which some Turkish people believe is the one that inspired Da Vinci. We then returned to the city for lunch.
Once we had done that, we had lunch. All of a sudden it started hailing. But we didn't think much of it and we just continued our day. We strolled some more along the shops. In the evening, we decided to book the ATV tour just to see as much as we could of the surroundings and still managed to see some of the landscape of Cappadocia. So at around 4:30 we were picked up and we were not ready for what was going to happen next. They have come to pick us up at the hotel and they have taken us to the starting point of the quad bikes. So now we are going to pick up our helmets and then we are sharing the quad bikes for the duration of the 2-hour tour. So very excited. We have brought lots of extra clothes because we are expecting it to cool down quite a bit throughout the whole journey.
We hopped on our quad bike, still blissfully unaware of the imminent threat. The temperature was great, the sun was out, but as we left the city, it became clear that it wouldn't last.
Was kind of scared about the weather. Doesn't look good.
It hasn't even been 5 minutes on the quad bikes and we are already on our first stop. It's a beautiful valley, but yeah, we'll have 10 minutes here and then go ahead and drive the next stop. I'm just glad that I have the experience with the snowmobiles because it's the same thing but on wheels. Zara, on the other hand, I am taking her out of her comfort zone once again.
I volunteer as passenger princess.
As we drove to our second stop, the sky got darker and darker and it stressed me out, feeling like we were trying to outdrive the rain.
We made it to the Love Valley. We have gotten extra raincoats, which will be nice because I'm using mine to protect my camera gear. But it has started to rain and it is thundering and there's lightning in the distance. So this is going to be so much fun. This Cappadocia trip turned from a dream into an absolute nightmare.
When you think you're going to Turkey so you can wear all your cute fits.
Say cheese.
Cheese. But you end up looking like someone fighting in World War III.
Lol at the socks in the tevas, but had to do something for the cold. Woo.
Thanks, babe.
With the lightning and rain only getting worse, it became clear that the end of the activity was near. But we still had to get back. This was so dangerous since I couldn't see anything with the rain flying in my eyes. Luckily, Zara was there to keep the morale high.
Now that it's raining more than ever, know that we still have each other.
She is just the best passenger princess ever, and this attitude is exactly why she's my best friend and favorite and only travel buddy. Perhaps the jeeps would have been a better idea. So no sunset and also no refund. We wanted to try a new restaurant for dinner, but since they were full, we headed back to Göreme restaurant, and here the vibes were even better than the night before.
Unfortunately, the hot air balloon didn't happen. It was cancelled the first morning and now we've also had a message that it is cancelled the second morning. That means that we will not be going on the hot air balloon. And apparently this is very common, so it is possible that when you come to Cappadocia, you will not be able to do the hot air ballooning.
Once again, we started the day off with an amazing breakfast.
It is our last day in Cappadocia and we are now packing our bags to check out, and then we are going to treat ourselves to a Turkish Hammam experience in the afternoon to make up for everything that's happened so far. And it was also something that was on my Turkish bucket list. So yeah, that's what we are going to get up to at about 5 p.m. So up until then, we still have some time off to maybe do some walking around, maybe walk up to a viewpoint, or just hopefully see some more of the scenery and have some more good food. So yeah, let's start this day.
After walking through town, we spontaneously decided to get on a local bus and go to Uchisar, a neighboring village.
We have made it up to Uchisar Castle, all the way to the top, and Zara once again is conquering her fear of heights. But the views from up here are insane. This is exactly what I meant when I said I wanted to see the landscapes a bit more today, especially not having been able to do the hot air balloon. This is the bird's eye view that we were hoping for. So Uchisar Castle cost us a bit over €7 to visit, and it is definitely worthwhile. We got here just by taking the local bus from Göreme. It only cost us less than €1 as well. So yeah, it's an amazing deal. I'm so glad that we managed to do this on our own, on a budget, instead of doing the tours.
The castle is built on a hilltop and is the highest point in Cappadocia. It was made by hollowing out natural caves into the volcanic rock. It is believed that in its prime, the castle had up to 1,000 people living in it. Aside from enjoying the views, the rooms themselves are also really cool to explore. After our visit, we went for a stroll through the town in search of a good lunch spot. We ended up having lunch with a view. It was the perfect lunch. It was a very big portion as well for the price, and the staff was so friendly that we even got some apple tea. We then took the bus back to Göreme, but if you wanted to, you could do one of the many hikes around Uchisar instead. You could even do a hike back to Göreme. We still had some time to kill before our Turkish hammam, so we went for a treat at the local cafe. I tried some very sweet baklava. Somehow we still found some new shops to explore, and the local crafts here are so super pretty. You could definitely find good souvenirs here.
We've just had our Turkish bath, or Turkish hammam, as you can see from my hair, and I didn't expect it to be as much of a bath as it was. First, we had a 15-minute sauna, then 15 minutes of them then 15 minutes of them scrubbing us with the bath cloth, so it felt like you were an old lady and they had to wash you, so it was kind of strange. Also, my feet are very ticklish, so yeah, by the way, I don't have any footage of this because we were butt naked, and that would have been a different kind of content, you guys. And then after that half an hour, they then brought out the foam. So it's these big bags, cloth bags, and they make foam, and then they massage you with the foam. This was exactly what I expected from the Turkish bath, and it was amazing. The ladies at Deep Spa here in Göreme, gems, absolute gems. I'm so glad we've done this. All right, guys, that is it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope that even if you come here and things don't work out, you will manage to have a great time after watching this video. Anyway, definitely subscribe and hit the notification bell if you don't want to miss the rest of the Turkey videos, and then I will see you in the next video. Bye!